Now at 5:37, two men are in jail this morning, including an up-and-coming Florida rapper. Both men are charged in a double murder. Police are saying the two staged a crime scene to make it look like a drive-by shooting. CBS 4's Carly Barnett is live at the Broward County Jail in Fort Lauderdale with more. Carly.
Lauren, this Florida rapper YNW Melly, as well as another man, are being held here at the Broward County Jail this morning. They are each charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, and they're also accused.
The feds say they have convincing evidence that proves that YNW Melly was the one who pulled the trigger and shot and killed his 2 friends. The rapper is on trial for the double murder of 2 men who are reportedly his friends. Over the last week, police submitted a 66-page document which they say details strong DNA evidence against the young rapper. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Melly, whose real name is Jamal Demons. According to prosecutors, the DNA evidence shows that the rapper was the one who shot and killed his friends YNW Sakchaser, whose real name is Anthony Williams, and YNW Juvy, whose real name is Christopher Thomas Jr., in October 2018. In the meantime, the Murder on My Mind rapper's trial is set for March, but speculations on the evidence submitted point to the rapper's difficulty in fighting the evidence, which prosecutors point to him firing gunshots from his seat in the car. Police have reportedly reconstructed the crime scene using cell phone tower records proving the rapper was in the area where the shooting took place. Ballistic reports also show that all of the shots fired at the victims came from Melly's position in the car. Additionally, there's surveillance footage that shows the rapper getting into the vehicle at the seat where the shots were allegedly fired from. Police had earlier claimed that the rapper and his co-accused YNW Bortland had murdered their friends, then staged the killing as a drive-by shooting. The DNA evidence report submitted by prosecutors also claims that the pair used an alibi to explain their whereabouts after the shooting took place, and that the supposed drive-by shooting was done by Melly, who shot up the car with the same gun used to kill the 2 victims after the fact. Meanwhile, Melly's defense team has not responded to the DNA evidence submitted, but given that the evidence completely counteracts the rapper's previous claims that the friends were killed by drive-by shots from outside of the car, his defense is further weakened. DJ Akademiks commented on the new evidence showing shots fired inside killed the men and noted that Melly's defense team has a tough job. In the meantime, he could be facing the death penalty in Florida as they describe him as heartless and ruthless for killing his friends in cold blood. It looks like YNW Melly might be cooked, Akademiks said in the clip. I gotta keep it 100 with you. He's one of my favorite artists. Trust me, I think he's so talented that I'm hoping that anything they're saying that he did, he ain't do. However, if you listen to his music, Melly vs. Melvin, maybe Melvin did it and Melly's innocent. But unfortunately, he got 1 body and 1 life, and if the other one's guilty, that means he's guilty. And I don't think the plea of insanity will work, and to be honest, it's clear the prosecutors and the police has a hard-on. They want to get this guy in the execution chair. In October 2021, prosecution asked a Broward County judge to have YNW Melly submit an oral swab so they could determine if his saliva was a match to the DNA found on a yellow jacket from the crime scene. The state of Florida has now submitted supplementary discovery, which means they have now basically sent to YNW Melly's lawyers, "Hey, these are additional evidence that we didn't send y'all before," he said. "By the time you get to trial, as a prosecutors, you gotta send the defendant everything you're going to use against them in court so they can prepare a legal defense." Now, what the state attorney just provided to YNW Melly's defense team is a whole lot of pages on DNA. Police also allege they drove around with the 2 dead bodies in the Jeep Compass before dropping them off at a local ER. Prosecutors are confident they have an ironclad case that will disprove any kind of drive-by shooting took place. They said that Melly's phone pinpointed him to around the area where the vehicle was traveling when they so-called got shot up, Ak explained. The ballistics of the shooting show that all the shots came from Melly's position in the car. They have surveillance footage basically showing Melly get into that car in that same position. They also have the ballistics from the drive-by. But that wasn't all. They also discovered spent shells underneath the floorboard in the position where Melly was sitting. YNW Melly is described as a heartless, ruthless individual, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. On February 8th, The state of Florida's prosecutor's office took significant steps to tie rapper YNW Melly to the Bloods gang, taking photos of YNW Melly's body tattoos. As revealed in a motion to take photographs of the defendant obtained by SO, prosecutors in the case against YNW Melly motioned to take photographs of his tattoos on his arms, face, and chest in hopes of proving alleged gang affiliations.